Singlehood has become one of the most misunderstood seasons of our time.
If you really think you're going to be happy staying single the rest of your life, really?
For some, it's seen as a delay. For others, a problem to fix. And for many, a quiet question they carry. Am I behind? Yet across the world, more people are single today than ever before.
Neighborhood of 60% of men.
In this conversation, we talk honestly about what singlehood really exposes, what men are carrying quietly, and how faith shapes desire and discipline.
In scripture, I think the only two people who God gave a wife, Adam and Hosea himself.
At some point, singlehood, what singlehood does to you, it makes you comfortable in your skin.
Lastly, what this season is actually preparing us for.
My goodness, what the sense this season is preparing you for?
Or a tough one.
It's one of those.
If you've ever felt overlooked, rushed, misunderstood, or quietly hopeful, this conversation is for you. Welcome to the Life Seasons podcast, where every season of life finds its voice. Hi everyone, welcome back yet again. We have another episode fresh off the kitchen. We're still, talking about singlehood. We're celebrating, the month of love. I know it's the season of Valentine's, but we're not really focusing on the day itself. We really just want to bring out conversations around what it's like to, journey through what the singlehood journey is like. So I'm bringing on guests to just share what their experience is like, to share the highs, the lows, what God is teaching them in this season, so that if you're somewhere there and you're hearing Valentine's is coming and you're thinking, my life is over, is it really over? Really? Is it really over? I think it's still a beautiful season, that can allow us to learn so much, not only about ourselves, about God, about the other relationships around us. So I have an amazing guest with me today. He'll introduce himself actually. Karibu sana to the set of the Life Seasons podcast.
Thank you.
Happy to have you.
It's an honor.
Please tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
All right. So my name is Stefan Msembi. I am a born-again Christian. I'm proud about that, to have a relationship with God. I am a student of theology at African International University. I am the last born in a family of two. Oh, okay. My brother is married with sister-in-law Faith. I hope you'll be watching this. And a nephew celebrated the birthday just last Sunday. So the 1st of Feb. So it was good. And I love music. I'm a worship leader as well. I'm a leader in a school, the current Christian Union chairman, and also a member of the student council. So I am a jack of a few trades, if I can say that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and aside from that, Manchester United fan all the way since 1998. So nice. I have been in it for a while. And I'm grateful that we are beginning to scale the heights at the moment. Aside from that, I am a big lover of anime as well. And movies. I grew up with that, movies. So that's what I can say about myself without giving too much.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing. I mean, I think that's a lot. There are so many. Manu, maybe someone there will want to now throw a stone. I know how those conversations go.
Yeah.
I used to watch football sometime, and Manu was my team. But nowadays, I don't even know what's happening. I don't know who is who. I see new teams. I'm like, Ati, which team is this? I've become those people who have no idea.
We can revive that. We can always come for orientation. Yes.
All right. Sawa. I'll take you up on that.
Please do.
School of Theology.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
You want to step into the pastoral calling, or where is that heading?
Before I went back to school to do theology, because I'm just in my second year, I was in corporate.
Okay.
So I did hospitality management, gravitated towards communication consultancy, did a few things in real estate as well. And then eventually finished off with flight reservation. So I've been all over industry, spanning to around 12 years.
Okay.
But in between all that period, there was always that nudge, that call for serving the Lord. Interestingly enough, I would work at a place. A few months in, somebody would just end up calling me Percy. Percy. Maybe because my conversations always were layered with an hint of scripture. Maybe the way I was living it out. Maybe the things I was posting.
Right.
But I can say a good portion of my life, I have loved the Lord. And He has loved me. And I think my life is a response to that love that He has shown me.
Yeah.
So eventually, after so many interventions from different men of God, after hiccups here and there, because I think the calling was also demanding my attention. Maybe that language might seem weird for people in the world, so to speak, but there is a way the call can put your life on hold so you can give it attention. So for me, that is what happened. Eventually, I had to stop. God did what He had to do. I had to sit down, then listen, and then I took the leap.
Right.
So 2 years down, here I am. Where is it leading me? I would say I have a passion for leadership, especially organizational leadership within the church. So I'm hoping by God's grace, I will gravitate towards leadership in the church, and more specifically, the culture of the church. Maybe to shift it or make it what it's supposed to be, scripture being the heart of it,
Right.
but the intended picture of the church as God ordained it. That is my ambition.
Oh, let me just say, I'm holding myself back because I feel like that is a whole another conversation, another episode. I feel like it's a very important one.
Yes.
Culture in the church, that's a huge also burden to carry, but much needed. So we definitely cheering you on
We will link
as you
up.
pursue this journey you're on.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get into our conversation today, but first of all, I'll start with a segment, whether a segment that I'll call, would you consider dating her?
Okay.
You've told me you're single.
Yes.
Single and searching, or
yes,
single?
Definitely. I am wide open with my eyes, and I am completely open.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then I have some profiles of some ladies here.
All right.
So how we'll do this is I'll read the profile, and then I'll give you these two cards.
All right.
So one is green, the other one is red.
Okay.
So green is to say that yes, I would consider dating her.
Okay.
And red is to say no, I would not consider dating her. And then maybe we can bring out some conversation out of that.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
So these are for you.
All right. So green means go, red means hold.
Hey.
Okay. All right. All right. Nice.
Okay. So this lady loves God sincerely, attends church consistently, lives in integrity. She, however, expects the man to carry all spiritual initiative. If you do now get married, she expects the man to carry all spiritual initiative and avoids responsibility in spiritual growth.
Okay.
Yes. So would you consider dating her or would you not?
Okay, let the cards speak. This one is.
That's a color red. Any reasons why?
Primarily, I don't want to get preachy, but allow me to just give my side of view.
That's okay.
Genesis 1, it says He created male and female. He created he, them. So the idea is that the man and the woman both carry the image of God together. So when you are stepping into marriage, you get to understand that even in relationship, both of you coming together are supposed to bring the image of God. So when you make it the man's responsibility to take care of all the spiritual affairs, it would mean that you are neglecting a part of yourself in that union.
Right.
So the man might carry only what the man is supposed to carry. But the woman also has a role that is unique to herself. When we consider that God created the woman to be not only glorifying him, but also being the man's helper, it is a strong and potent reality. Actually, the wrong assumption is that helper means msaidizi, the one who helps you carry things along.
Yeah.
But that is not the truth. When you consider what the Bible says about the Holy Spirit,
Right. Yeah.
calls the Holy Spirit the helper. He is not lesser in the Godhead. He is God through and through, part of the Trinity. So the idea is not that she is coming in to help in the capacity of that I am not without strength and she is coming in. The idea is that we are coming alongside each other to help each other carry ourselves towards the Lord for his glory. So this perspective of the man will carry all the spiritual responsibility, it's a dangerous one.
Yeah.
Because it means when he's falling, you're falling too. It means when he is neglectful, you're also in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you need to work together for reasons as such that when one is also down,
Yes.
the other can
Exactly.
lift the other up.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good perspective. All right. This next lady, she's clear about her purpose.
Okay.
Her values are excellent. They align with yours. She honors discipline and growth. However, she struggles with grace when people fall short of her expectations.
Okay.
And yes, so if yes.
All right. Okay, let me put this. And the red is not to say that we become the standard of validation. It's just to say that there are some things we are noticing from a Christian perspective that would need addressing. Like, for example, the understanding that, okay, let me put it this way. When you read Romans chapter 7, Paul is making a very huge argument. The argument is on the idea that he is struggling despite being the Paul,
Exactly. The Paul who wrote all the letters.
This guy was the very heart of the mission or ministry of grace. He's preaching to Gentiles. The entire Christendom, the entire kingdom of Christians stands on the edge of the teachings that he has portrayed or he has brought through the letters, of course, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
This one, Paul, this is what he says in Romans 7. He says, there is something I don't understand about myself. I don't understand my own actions.
Right.
Because when I'm supposed to do that which is right, I don't do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that which I want to do is the thing I don't end up doing.
Yeah.
So he was struggling in himself as well.
Yeah.
He says, I consider myself not having achieved, in a different letter, not having achieved. So what do? I press towards the mark of the higher calling. And that is the reality of every Christian, that we live in a sinful nature that is in enmity with God, that our flesh desires not that which is of the Spirit. Okay. Galatians 5 talks about being careful not to walk in the ways of the flesh, that we must honor the Spirit. In other words, every single one of us have something we are battling with, something you're struggling with.
Right.
The reality is that at some point, we will disappoint each other. That is the reality.
That's true.
Because none of us have achieved. So, learning to extend grace should always remind you as well, in accordance to Romans 5, that while we were yet sinners, he chose to die for us. While we were yet, he did not say, up until you come to that level, that's when I will accept you. He was basically saying, I know you can't get to that level. So let me love you enough to bring you with me, to reach out to you. That is what God is doing every single day for every Christian, every believer. He's reaching out to us to bring us to himself. So the same grace extended to us, we should extend to others. So for my sister, I would say, rather than feel disappointed, feel invited. Invited to become a source of support, invited to become a source of inspiration, to walk along. Yeah.
So why can't you be that source of support, that extending the grace to see that, you know, she's carrying such great, I can see such great strength, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then she's falling short in just this one area. So why can't you also extend that grace?
Very possible and very, very welcomed. But the idea is this is our partnership, working together.
Yeah.
So it would mean if consistently I am extending the grace, at some point I'll feel tired. So the question is, if we keep on extending the grace, or rather, if I keep on extending the grace in this relationship, at some point when I feel I'm the one who is falling short, will the grace be extended to me? Or does it mean I keep on carrying the load of one of the few pressures I think that might come in with that would be consistently feeling like you're the one who is giving. So you keep on pouring out. Of course, you're not negating the idea that she's giving the love, she's giving the support, she's giving the encouragement where it is needed. But when you fall, when I'm the one who will fall, will it be extended?
Yeah.
Because I love the fact that this statement basically says, she says that she's struggling with extending grace. If she's struggling with it, is she willing to make an effort towards it so that we walk together in that?
So that's where maybe you'd make a consideration.
Yes.
If she's in a space where she's maybe aware of it.
Yes.
And she's just like, hey, this is the area
I'm
weak,
struggling
I'm
with,
struggling,
and
I am working. I need help in this area. So then that you can have a conversation.
If that is the conversation, then it is definitely a green card.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
But if it is a standalone statement of Mimi, as long as you're failing, please see the door. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is kind, hospitable, relational, emotionally generous. And of course, these are things that would be good for you as a husband.
Yeah.
However, these same things, the things we love about a person can also become the weakness. So she has weak boundaries with people.
Okay.
And with people, time, and sometimes even emotional closeness with others. Because her strength is she's emotionally generous.
Okay.
So even with others, her weak area is that sometimes she lacks the knowing when to lay that boundary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
Because it's a good thing to have such a heart. But as a man coming in, one of my responsibilities then would be helping you know when you're doing too much. Being able to say, babe, this was good, but please be careful about this and this and this. When Adam is saying, now this is flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, the understanding is that there's a part of me in her and there's a part of her in me.
Right.
So that part of me, or rather that part of her that is in me that maybe is the one that has the ability to keep the boundaries, I should be able to bring it out. Being able to say, this, to this extent, please just hold off. I was thinking of the idea of water. Imagine you're carrying a jug of water and then you have two glasses. So you pour the water on one glass and then you pour the water on the other glass. At no point will you say these are two different waters, although they are in two different glasses. It's the same water in just two different glasses, right? So the understanding of partnership comes in like that.
Right.
Where I see your weakness, let me be strength. Where you see my weakness,
You can be strength.
you can be strength. Yeah.
Hey, wow, amazing. But easier said than done. Our
Yes,
flesh comes
yes,
into play
yes,
sometimes,
yes.
and
Yeah, and actually, that is why I was saying initially with candidate number 2, if I can say that, the lady number 2, that's what I was saying. If you're not in a place where you can accept it,
right,
then
yeah,
it becomes too difficult. I love what Paul says, because eventually when he's mourning about this idea in Romans 7, he even says, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this death? He's just acknowledging, "Enyewe nimelemewa. I don't have the strength to do this." And then he says, but thank God for Christ. So both of us would be able to say, "Enyewe babe, hapa tumelemewa. Can we please turn to the one
yeah,
who is able to carry what we cannot?"
right, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, the last lady, she's highly gifted spiritually, bold in faith, confident in who God is in her life.
Yeah.
She, however, struggles with accountability and feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a hot one.
Tough one. That's, I agree.
Yeah. Because the whole, okay. It is a bit difficult to choose whether it's a red or a green. Can I do both? And then,
okay, let's hear your
Yeah.
perspective on why both.
Yes.
Can you do both?
Yeah, I'm saying both because one, there is the element of I struggle with accountability. So basically, there is the acknowledgement that this is a weakness that I have. And again, we invite the conversation of, are you willing to work on it?
Yeah.
So if there's a willingness to work on it, the same way God has been patient with me, we all have a past. And if we were to open chapters.
Yeah. True.
So if God was so patient and has been so patient to see us coming to better versions of ourselves, we count ourselves not having made it, but at least I'm not where I used to be. So if he's that patient with me,
yeah,
then wouldn't I be willing to be patient with somebody else? But now, the red part of it now is the aspect of how much would we be willing to spend time with that problem, quote unquote, if I can call it a problem, with that struggle.
right.
Because the tricky bit about it is the idea that somebody who struggles with feedback would always fight against even good feedback. You know, like saying, babe, I think you talk too much. And
sorry,
you know? Yeah. And
is
I'm
that
not,
feedback?
Yeah.
That's a bit rough.
and I think that would be the problem.
Yeah.
Perspective. So if you struggle with feedback, something like that would seem like an attack.
It does.
You
Okay.
know? So is
Maybe
there
the Lord has gifted me with, the gift of speaking.
Yeah. So the idea would be, if I'm dating you, or we are in a relationship, or even in marriage, and I feel like there's a part of your character I'm struggling with, and I'm actually open enough to come and tell you, babe, this area of you I am struggling with. Will you take it as, wait, he's being honest about his feelings concerning this? Or will you take it as, how dare you? The audacity.
It depends.
Exactly.
Which day of the anyway.
Exactly. But this one specifically is an acknowledgement. I struggle with those feedbacks.
Yeah, right.
So if we cannot have that kind of conversation that feels as if you're being attacked, because at some point, even as a man, our egos are there. How would I feel if my woman was to come and tell me, babe, hey, kuna venye you don't know how to carry yourself in public? Unaona? You know.
Well, yeah, that's
So if I take it positively, I'll
Right.
be like,
Oh,
okay, babe, at least you've been honest about it.
right.
What is your take on it? Or what do you feel I'm not doing right in public?
Yeah.
Where did I embarrass you? Because sana it's in that line.
Yes, true.
Yeah. But if I were to take it negatively, it would be like, okay, so all of a sudden I'm not enough. Imeanza kukua siku hizi.
Because it touches on also our own insecurities,
Exactly.
our wounds. So if someone says something,
Yeah.
many times when it offends us,
Yeah.
it's touched on something we're already battling with
And
internally.
actually, God is very big on feedback. If you read Isaiah 1, the opening verses, it says, He's inviting the world to be His audience. He says, gather, gather. I have a case against Judah and I have a case against my people. Where have you ever seen that a man has raised his children and they have turned on him? And then he begins to put a list of all the things they're doing wrong. That is feedback. And it might not look as beautiful as we would want it to look, but sometimes the reality is that feedback is not beautiful. It's ugly sometimes. And all we would want to hear, you're doing well, you're doing wonderful. But the moment you put the but, somebody starts now to, just like you said, we battle with insecurities.
Right.
That's why I put both of them, because it would really be dependent on whether there is a positive reception to it. But of course, as a man, I also need to be careful not to make it seem like you're a problem I need to fix. You know, I would want to make it feel like you are the puzzle I'm trying to solve. It needs to be the partnership, the coming together, realizing, okay, babe, nimekupatia hii feedback, but it doesn't mean that I'm letting you fight or walk in it alone.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that today you have to fix it. It could be even 10 years down the line we've been trying to work this out.
Yeah.
But are you in a space whereby even when it comes and it comes in strongly, that you won't take it as a personal attack?
Yeah.
And also, do I have the wisdom to deliver it in a manner that it doesn't seem like an attack? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I hear you. So I think we will. I love, just your perspective on the different profiles. And the reason is just to bring out the different aspects that come with relationships.
Yes.
Yes, and especially many times, even when you're dating, we'll present the
good
positive,
side,
the good side,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
But as you journey along, you'll always discover, hey,
Yeah.
hapa kuna kakitu
Yeah.
and sometimes it's maybe things that can be worked on together as you journey along, and they can be hard things as well.
Yes.
Because one thing I've learned being married is God uses that space for our refinement. It's a huge mirror, and my goodness, it can be hard because then you're seeing who you really are, and it can be painful because you also have bought into the perfect side, the good side, the side you want everyone to see, and you also only want to see that side as well. So I want to just get into getting to know you a little bit, and then we jump into the questions that we have in our bowl here.
No biggie.
So thank you for sharing them.
Thank you.
Maybe before we jump into these questions in the bowl, maybe there's a story we had started before the cameras went, and I'm like, wait, what are you to scare pamoja na wengine? So guys, gather around. The question I had asked you is why what did I ask you? How long you've been
how
single,
long
right?
I've been single.
And then you started. In the year I was just like this one. Let's hear it. Let's hear it here. So take it away. Tell us.
I'm very honest and bold about my personal experiences because I believe they are part of our making.
Yeah.
So I have been in a number of relationships before. The reason why I started with the first one is because it didn't end so well.
Okay.
There's something you've said about how marriage now forces you to confront aspects of yourself you didn't know. And I think that is the part of relationships that relationships sometimes we don't want to see.
Yeah.
for the longest time, when you're single and not searching, you are your own point of reference.
That's true.
So you judge that you're looking good by yourself. You judge that you're right by yourself and all that stuff. So I remember in my first relationship, I assumed we were doing well. That was the perception, that we are doing okay and all that. And something happened along the way that myself I didn't understand. Because I remember she traveled for education purposes.
Okay.
And I remained in Nairobi. She was in a different county in Kakamega. She might be watching. It's so good. So there was an estrangement of some sort.
Okay. And it's all love. It's all love. It's all learning and journeying.
So there was some estrangement of some sort. But it was my first relationship.
Okay.
I've not been in a relationship. I don't know how these things go. So distance did that thing.
Okay.
There was that feeling of drifting away. There's no constant contact and all that stuff. So when she comes back, it's more of a stranger than anything else.
Okay. What affected the communication?
Yeah, there was no constant communication. Primarily, one, she had gone for school. Two, I was not that well off, so to speak of. So, and also I wasn't that intentional with communication. I was coming from a family whereby sentimentality was a thing you put behind the curtain. You know, it is not a thing that people put there.
Right.
I remember, oddly enough, just to give context to the story, the first time I ever hugged my mom was in 2022.
Wow.
That was the first time ever. In our families, we don't say things like, I love you. We don't say things like, I'm so happy to see you, or I've missed you. It's only recently that, as the last born, I've been trying to pick into that area. But there was that absence of sentimentality.
Okay.
So there was an emotional side of me that I was never acquainted with that was also missing. And this is to demystify the idea that men are not emotional.
Yeah.
We actually are. It's just that we don't know how to express it. So long story short, she comes back, we are like completely strangers, and we drift apart completely. There was no intentionality behind the communication from me as a man. And I guess I wasn't so good with the long distance thing.
Okay.
So it ended like that. The second one now, now this one was interesting. The vibe was there, communication was there. But that simple honesty, and I appreciated her for this. If you're looking for a pastor's wife, I am not the type. Yeah. So that was the main reason behind that one. And then came the third one. Now this one was the one I was referring to.
Okay.
This one was the hot mess. We had known each other for a while. We started vibing from friendship to relationship. And then I go to Shags and I come back. Come back, and then it's like there was a change in the weather. It was no longer sunny and clouds. It was no longer meadows and flowers. It was just this strange feeling of keep away. So I remember I chased to discover what is going on. And then I'm in Shags. When I come back, my boys are like, hey bro, hey, congratulations, mtu wangu, nini. Oh, you've done such an awesome thing. And I'm like, nini. Like, hey, we saw the pictures on Facebook. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So we saw a ring. I'm like, really? So I'm like, because you're both funny characters, maybe it's a joke. It's a prank. It's a hoax. So a few attempts to get in contact, they're not going through. Then all of a sudden, the best friend tells me, I think you need to reach out and discover the truth.
Yeah. Oh, so she had posted a picture of a ring.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought, okay.
Yeah.
I'm following now, right?
Yeah. So she's posted this picture. Guys have seen it and they're assuming
It's you.
I did the deed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, only to discover she was getting married to somebody else on a Friday.
Oh.
So we've never even done the whole quote unquote closure thing. So I never really understood what happened there.
Yeah.
Of course, you battle with the idea maybe it was me. There's the emotions of anger, of rage, disappointment, self-esteem. So.
And how long had you guys been dating?
We were friends for 6 years, dated for almost a year.
Oh, wow.
Almost a year. I
And
think.
in those 6 years of friendship, you'd never heard of anybody else?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe it was a fantastic whole experience whereby maybe the notion of love was there, but not really there. I don't know. Even to date, I still struggle with it.
Yeah.
So a few years later, I get into another relationship and it also bounced. I concluded, actually, doing retrospect, come to understand that I kept on jumping into a relationship when I hadn't really come into terms with what went on.
Right.
So there was always that aspect of, there's a part of me that is just locked away. A part of me that needs healing, that needs proper counseling, so to speak, of in quotes, because there was a heaviness behind it. You know, when you give yourself to somebody and then all of a sudden, alakazam, alakazi,
not there. Yeah.
yeah. So that is why when you asked why I've been single, I would say I've come to discover in this season, or rather in that short season, that God wanted me to first confront some of those things. Stop carrying baggage into the next relationship.
Yeah.
Handle it fast and know exactly what went missing in terms of myself. Know what you left behind, or the wounded soldier. Bring him back, heal, and then I'll continue. So I don't know whether it answers the question, but I would say healing was required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how long has that journey been of healing now?
Right now it has been almost to today, I would say it's almost a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what has that brought out for you?
One, the understanding that the journey of singlehood, or rather this phase, as much as we want to know the other person, we also have to have a good grasp of ourselves.
Absolutely. True.
Two, where am I learning from in terms of relationship? I have love for my parents. I love them. But before the new Christ, the marriage was toxic.
Okay.
So the question would be, what is my point of reference when I'm thinking about relationship? When the one that I would have considered to be my blueprint was broken, messed up, and all that stuff. I mentioned a while ago, I love movies. So I grew up watching movies. So my idea of relationship was also affected
Influence
by...
there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And was that from romance movies?
Yeah, I watched everything.
Okay.
I watched everything.
That's interesting.
From American Mavericks, the macho guy who always gets the girl because of his looks and his talents and abilities, to the sensitive Alejandro, who apparently is very romantic and always knows what to say, how to say it, when to say it.
Yeah.
So all that became the ingredient that was slowly adding and feeding into my idea of relationship. But all that, one thing they had in common was that it was Western. Two, it was fabricated. It is for the purpose of entertainment.
Yeah.
So even what they would present as love at first sight would be skipping the whole idea of the journey of relationship, getting to know the other person, breaking down their walls, your walls as well, allowing them to pick into the sides of you that are broken and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For them, it was more of jump into it.
Right.
We will deal with the mess up on Dani.
Even in fact, there are times there's no mess.
There's no mess.
Just when they lived happily ever after.
Exactly. And then the third layer to it now. I've spoken about the point of reference, the blueprint of our parents. I've spoken about the influence of TVs and movies. And then the third one, I was born in the ghetto.
Okay.
Nimezaliwa Mathare.
Okay.
Shout out to watu wa Mathare.
Hey.
Yes, yeah. So,
you know that sheng for speaking reverse sheng.
Yeah.
Inaitwa nini?
I don't know kama ni Shebeteng, but
Shebeteng.
yes, yeah, that is where we are coming from. So the point of what we would see as relationships in the hood or in the ghetto or in the slums, as we want to call them, were very quote unquote toxic.
Okay.
We would see a man with his wife cheating on her with the mboch upstairs, you know? And the neighborhood knows it, but she doesn't know it, or knows it but doesn't want to accept it, because accepting it would mean failed marriage, shame, walking away.
Right.
Children are involved, it's a bit messy, so you'd rather stick into the marriage or the relationship, bear the shame rather than walking away. For some of them, it was survival. I'm not too proud to say this, but the first lady I ever might have thought to be a girlfriend or initiated me into that phase of manhood of knowing a lady was actually 25 years old. I was 15. That was the kind of environment I was growing up in. Boundaries are not there. The lines are so blurry.
Right.
So that was my point of reference. So it took me a while to understand all these things were feeding into my idea of relationship.
Yeah.
They were feeding into my idea of manhood as well. What defines a man? The ability to maybe hold 3 ladies at the same time, such things.
Right.
To be manly is to be macho, have the big body, but that is not the reason nilianza kuingia gym. Have a big body, be able to fight off a number of men and here and there. So it was very, very, it was slow indoctrination. That is the word I can use.
Okay.
Slowly seeping into me. We used to have, I don't know if you can remember, back in the days, tukienda bezi ya movie, ulikuwa unalipa kobole, 5 shillings, you watch 2 movies, if you find it in the middle. So, there was these places we used to call video shops, video discos. So, ours was called Kismat.
Okay.
So, you get there in the morning, kama wewe ni mjanja, get there at around 10 or 10:30 when the third movie or the second movie is almost in the middle.
Okay.
So when you
That
pay
you
for
pay,
it, unalipia next.
Ah.
Exactly. So you watch the sweetness of this one and still
then
watch
the
the
next
next
one.
one.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
So, but every single day in the evening, ilikuwa time ya movies za wazee. And by that, what
By
I
wazee
mean,
you mean PG?
exactly. X-rated movies.
X-rated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would literally go in because they didn't care if you're a child or not. That is the society I grew up in. They didn't care to protect us against some of these things.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, you're going to watch these X-rated movies and a man is literally coming in with his wife so they can sit and watch it together.
Wow,
That was the society in which I was born into. And it took me a long while, all these experiences with my exes, to understand all these things seeped into me. They influenced the way I would perceive it. And maybe to mystify also this notion that to be born again is complete to become perfect. It is not. You can know Christ and still struggle with those underlying layers of indoctrination.
Right.
There are things you don't even know they exist.
Yeah.
So he's completely exposing you to environments that are supposed to peel off those layers. Peel off those layers. An onion cannot peel itself.
Yeah.
So God also just exposes you to places you just taking layers off.
Right.
So I would say that in this season that I have been in the journey of healing, it has been discovering all these things, all these truths. And as the Bible says, you shall know the truth and it shall set you free.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I love that you've been on a journey of introspecting. I think it's a difficult one, but a beautiful one.
Yes.
And the person who first benefits is you and even your relationship with God, because it also means it helps you be more authentic. If I'm authentic with God, then I also start getting used to the authenticity.
Yes.
And then with the people around me as well.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. All right. Let's dig into these questions here. So there are a number of questions in here.
All right.
You just pick one and then we tackle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't even close my eyes. I just dip in.
Just dip in.
All right. So numero uno. Question number 1 says, what does being ready actually mean to you? And who do you think defines it?
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So if I'm being honest about this one.
Yes, we just need honesty.
I used to think as a man that I'm the one who is defining the readiness.
Okay.
Because that is what society has sold to us.
Right.
That a man who is ready, 1, he's financially stable. 2, well-educated. 3, has a piece of land somewhere and maybe might own a property here and there. That was the perception back in the days.
Okay. Perception for you.
Yes, exactly. But as I grew into relationship with God, as I've been growing into relationship with God, I've come to understand if he's not the one defining it, then he's not the Lord of my life. He cannot be partially the Lord.
Yeah, that's true.
He needs to be Lord of all.
Yeah.
So now, whenever I look at the topic of readiness, and I think it is in the context of when I'm ready to marry and all that, I look at it from God's perspective.
Okay.
So let's look at it from that perspective. At what point does God introduce Eve to Adam? I think that is the main, or rather, I choose that as one of the primary examples I can use. At what point does he introduce Eve to Adam? 1, he has already given Adam purpose.
Yeah.
He has given him a sense of direction in his life. He knows this is what is expected of me by the one who has made me. So I think to bring it now into the question, at what point are you ready? It's when you understand your purpose. Your purpose, the purpose to which God has called you to.
Okay.
And the purpose to which God has created you for. And also, God is the one who defined who Adam is. He's the one who names Adam. So the idea is that God has also given him an identity.
Right.
And I think also to be ready means you know who you are, your identity as a man in God. If we take it from the world's perspective, a lot of us are defining ourselves. Defining myself depending on what I think society wants me to be, on what I think the woman would want me to be. You know, we hear these stories of power couples. So you want to define yourself from that celebrity culture, a kind of mentality, or what the famous books are saying. But do you know the funny thing I've come to discover recently? Even our most famous celebrities, the ones that we want to mimic.
Yeah.
For example, let me not name names just in case, but there is a celebrity who has married like 5 times. 5 times in the span of her life. And the issue has always been discovering myself. It didn't work out, so I I jumped out. That man had a problem, so I jumped out. She had a problem, so I jumped out. If we were to do that, I don't know if any of us would remain married.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So to be ready is to be defined by God.
Okay.
In terms of character, in terms of purpose, and then lastly, it is understanding that marriage is not an escape. I'm not trying to escape singlehood. I'm not trying to fill my lonely nights with somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be ready does not mean that now you're tired of living by yourself or you're tired of the lonely nights.
Yeah.
It is understanding that marriage in itself is God's institution that he has blessed men with. So he gets to define what it is, not we. When you completely understand those three perspectives, to me, then you're ready. Yes.
Amazing. Good perspective.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering because and I'll play devil's advocate.
Yeah,
just
by all means.
here and there.
By all means.
So because God, I agree that God is the one who determines our readiness, because he's the one who he's planning out our life. He's planned out our lives.
Okay.
I think just looking at some of the things I hear women saying, in fact, even women in the church are wounded by men in the church.
Yes.
And maybe one of the things that, just speaking from what you've talked about, God being the one to tell you when you're ready. What would because I think I've had some ladies, say the guy just ghosted me.
Yes.
And maybe in finding closure, it's because God said you're not the right one.
Yeah.
God said it's not you. In fact, you even find out that God has now instructed him to marry somebody else. Not even that they are starting a relationship. You hear
he's married.
God has now instructed them to marry somebody else.
Yeah.
How do you tackle that?
First of all, I'm also guilty of that.
Kumbe pia wewe
Yeah. I'm actually never ashamed of confronting my mistakes. I've been guilty of that.
Okay.
But truthfully, from my point of view, I would say there's so many men out there, born again, spirit-filled and serving the Lord, that get into it when they're not ready.
Get into
into the relationship.
Yeah.
So they do it from the perspective of either you're tired of being alone, or you've bought into the narrative that as a man you're supposed to marry at this particular age. There's also the pressure that comes with being in position or being a man in itself, where now your bodies, your fathers, your uncles, people that you know, that you respect, keep on telling you, kijana utaoleka lini, utaoa lini. Exactly. So that including other factors like selfish ambition or selfish motives, push us into it. There are people who get that. That's what I was saying. The marriage is a gift.
Okay.
So there are people who get into it with the idea that I'm struggling with lust, so I need to get married in order to quench this. So you go to the girl that attracts you. There is a connection there of friendship, but you come to discover in the course of it that there is something more to the relationship than physical attraction.
Yeah.
But instead of confronting it as a man, you choose to run away, because as men, we want to protect our ego a lot, and our pride never allows us to admit we've done wrong. So it's so difficult for me to come and say,
I came in for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
I was not ready. I'm sorry to have wasted your time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So instead of just coming clean, we duck, we run.
Right.
And a honest man will be the one who is able to also say, I don't know what I want, honestly. And I know sometimes, and that is the thing we are talking about, feedback.
Yeah.
Sometimes that kind of feedback can make you feel bad, but thank God it came as honestly as it came.
Yeah.
I have always said, and this one comes from one of my teachers back in my former church. He used to say, Pastor Ogalo, right now, he used to say, better a broken courtship than a broken marriage.
True.
And sometimes we wound our sisters, yes, and we cannot deny the fact that there is a wounding. We cannot. There is no justifying it.
Yeah.
And for a second, if men, you're listening to this, let's take responsibility. Let's be accountable.
Yeah.
Reach out to as many as you can. Apologize. Even if they won't take it positively, just do it. Own it. The idea is we do hurt our sisters, myself included, but the reality of it is God has done you, the sister, He has done you good by making sure you did not get to that final stage.
Right.
Because it would be worse if he was walking away from the marriage.
That's true.
So I think for me, that is my perspective. Men get into it when they're not ready.
Okay.
What we consider, I consulted God and he said yes, is that my mind had already preconceived an answer and I wanted God to back it up. And so even when I was praying, I was already praying
as you were
with a conclusion in
walking
mind.
towards.
Exactly, exactly. And
Right.
also, this one, I know we don't like talking about it so much. The life of the Christian is not without an enemy. There is this person, of course, we don't want to blame him for everything.
True.
The devil is wise. You know, while you're praying and you're telling God, manze, God, give me a sign. Akiva red leo.
Utaona red.
Exactly,
Tatu.
exactly. So he's also wise because the Bible says that he knows how to disguise himself as an angel of light. He knows how to mimic miracles as well. Are we not familiar with the story of Simeon? This guy was going around doing miracles. Up until now, Peter comes in and the apostles are now performing the true miracles. And he's like, hey manze, hii script yawa ni kali kushinda yangu. Let me follow them.
Yeah.
I need to know the secret behind their power.
Right.
So he knows how to mimic. For him to have the audacity to actually tell Christ, I can give you all this if you bow down and worship me, would only imply he had the ability to mimic this thing.
Right.
These things that we call glory and power and all that. And we've heard about them.
Yeah.
So the idea would be, even for that man, while he thinks he's being safe or he's being spiritual, when he's telling God, give me a sign,
Yeah.
he should also understand you're going in it also with an aspect of the mind, not only the spirit. The Bible says pray in spirit and pray in understanding. So there's an aspect where you also need to come with your mind into the conversation.
Yeah.
Coming with your mind into the conversation means you've prayed, yes, but now consider everything. What is your history? Where are you coming from? What is the true motivation for this relationship?
Yeah.
Are you really coming because you're ready, or you're coming because of the pressure? You've bought into the stereotype that a man should marry at this particular age. So let me leave it at that. But
Thank you. Thank you for fleshing that out. Let's
let me
tackle
close my
another
eyes
one.
as I pull this one out. Okay, I'll try not to take too much time. What's one thing people assume about you because you're single that isn't true?
Iko shida.
Okay, so there's a time I was trying to court a lady, but she was not born again. She's not a Christian. So she was pulling towards the idea of our relationship must have a physical aspect to it.
Okay.
Sex. I said no. And after saying no, do you know what I got as a response? Hey, you must be gay.
Oh.
That's why you're single. You must be gay. There was that one. That one is within context. But now generally, there's the assumption that because I'm single, I'm not capable of fishing. You must be single because you ni kama hujui kuongelesha madem. You don't know how to fish. You don't know how to go to the pond. I would say that is the most prevalent one. The second one is this, and this one is weird.
Okay. We're ready.
Most people think because I'm single, I'm rich.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the assumption is a single man does not spend a lot. So the idea is that you're stacked up. So there are people who will approach you with the idea that, hey, Banze, you should be able to take me out because...
you don't have many responsibilities.
Exactly.
It's true. Just you in your life.
Exactly.
That's
that one is a weird one, but yes. So I would say that. Okay. Those are the assumptions, yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That one is more straightforward and we need direct...
All right. Question. Oh, sorry, I grabbed two. Okay. So let me drop that one back. Question number 3. Where do you wrestle with God the most right now? Where do you wrestle with God the most right now? I would say waiting. I would say waiting. Waiting in the sense that after you've been through a series of things, a part of you makes you feel like, God, I'm qualified. I mean, you've already taken me through the trenches.
Yeah.
And I've come out standing. I'm somehow still intact.
Right.
So, by all means, you should have already have approved
It is time.
Exactly. Exactly. So the waiting factor. There's also battling with the idea that since I'm waiting, God, is it because I'm not good enough? Or is it because I'm not learning the lesson? You know?
Yeah.
Is it that misi shikanishi ama ni nini?
Yeah.
So I would say that is the biggest area. That is the wrestling aspect of it. That aspect of waiting. It comes with a number of questions. It comes with a series of what if.
Yeah.
And then there is that old one, the one that nags and pinches you at the back. As a single person, as a single man, I know single men wrestle with it at some point. That ex, that the chemistry was so right, it was so good.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, she is married. And then your uncles, your aunties, your nephews, your brothers have the audacity to come and tell you, wewe shida yako ilikuwa nini? Unaona nani amemari? Exactly.
You are still...
so you get to wonder, was I the problem? Ama ni nini?
Yeah.
So there is also that aspect, but I would say the wrestling aspect of it is the waiting. Yeah, it comes with a series of questions.
Yeah.
It comes with a whole load of questions also that are not even yours.
Yeah.
They come from other people around you.
That's true. Hey, the waiting game, I think in many areas of our lives, waiting on God's timing for some reason never aligns with our, many times you're just like, God, see I thought now, any second now, but him is always like, You just wait until I say.
Yes.
So I feel you on that.
All right. This one looks like a fat one. Yes.
It is.
What is the one difficult encounter you have had in this season that broke you or could have broken you? What is the one difficult encounter you had in this season that broke or could have broken you? Coming into terms with the fact that I started relationships when I should not have started them.
Okay.
That idea of the healing factor, I should have spent time first with myself. I know we make this a cliche, but it is so true. At some point, you need to learn to date yourself. Take yourself out, spend time with you, really get to know you.
Yeah.
Because this idea of stumbling into relationships sometimes without a clear picture of yourself, not a clear picture of perfection,
Right.
but just a clear picture of yourself. I know I'm messy. I know I'm not neat. I know I have an issue with anger. I know I have an issue with, I spend too much time on social media. I know I watch too much football. That kind of knowledge, that self-knowledge,
Yeah.
that accommodates not only the positives, but also the negatives.
Right.
So, I should have waited. And at some point you leap in only to realize when you are in that you should not have leaped at all. It spares a lot of hurt to the counterpart. It avoids too much messes. It also just allows you to come into a better position of connecting with God.
Yeah.
Many people, especially in our generation today, we fall into the trap of making our partner our God. Whereby I even spend more time with her than I spend with God. That willingness to do 3 hours, 4 hours of interaction with a human, with somebody you quote unquote love, but yet I lift up my hands and I still say, I love you, Lord. But the same amount of time I can't spend with him, whether in meditation or reading the word or something of that sort. So being in this season, I have come to understand at some point in my life also, I would put God at the back seat. So rather than him being the one who was on the driving seat and us at the back, he was the one who is at the back and us in the driving seat. So that now we'd only consult him when we've missed a turn. So tukifika hapa, how do we get back now? You know?
Right.
But if he's the one, he already knows the way. So I think that is what I would say.
Okay.
This understanding broke me for a while.
Okay.
Because it made me carry the weight of that pain.
Okay.
I wouldn't want somebody to hurt my daughter. I wouldn't want somebody to mess around with my daughter's time, to waste their time. So when I came to this realization, I now started placing myself in the shoes of those ladies. The emotions, the pain, the anger, the rage, the questions. And so for a season, I felt bad. It really hit me. I started asking myself, if I would have been more careful, then I would have spared them the emotional roller coaster.
Right.
And it is such a difficult thing to be somebody's bad reference. When somebody is talking and they say, but I pray I never meet another Stefan. You know? Yeah. So if we're really being honest about it, that was it.
You can go ahead and pick another question.
Okay. So make sure it is one. Okay.
It's a funny one.
Hey,
or a tough one.
It's one of those.
Or is that a nervous laugh?
Yeah. What do you think women misunderstand most about single men? And what do you think men misunderstand about women? Okay. For both of them, I'll give the same answer.
Okay.
And that is that we have it figured out.
Okay.
Yeah, that we have it together, all together. The assumption is usually when you are a single man and you're about to dive into a relationship, that you have it all figured out.
Right.
Even for men, you are looking at a lady who is single, and you're seeing that they're interested to come into a dating relationship, that they have it all figured out. But in actuality, we are all on the same journey of discovery.
Okay.
And I believe that singlehood is, you can still be single in a relationship,
Yeah.
and you can still be single in marriage if you're not careful. Because at some point, what singlehood does to you, it makes you comfortable in your skin. And if you're too comfortable, it means that even when you're in a relationship, if you're not willing to break down those walls to let somebody else in, because it's kind of like you've been building a house for yourself for a long time.
Yeah.
And then now you're supposed to bring somebody else. It means now demolish a wall so that you guys can expand.
Right.
So if you're not careful and you're so comfortable in that cozy house of yours, that bungalow you've been furnishing for years, then somebody else comes in and they become an intruder. So you feel awkward when you're letting go of your spaces. So the assumption is that the man has it figured out, or should have it figured out when he's coming into the relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that lady, the first need that we read, the one who was saying that the man should carry the spiritual responsibilities, is
It's
also
one
coming
of-
from that perspective.
Right.
That the man needs to have figured it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So to be a man is to have the answers as pertaining to relationship and marriage and all that stuff. So I think that is the assumption that a lot of people misunderstand. As a single person, it doesn't mean you have it figured out completely when you're coming into a relationship. And then the second one would be, as a single person, it doesn't mean that you're lonely. Yes.
Does not mean you're lonely.
Yeah,
So
it
people should
doesn't.
not looking at you like, oh yeah.
Yes,
uko sawa,
exactly.
iko shida.
Yeah, even for men, they should stop looking at a single lady that she needs a man. There was a conversation a few friends were having around the political figures, and we know that famous political figure who is right now a female, who is really vocal. And the understanding around it is that she needs a man for her to calm down.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
So those are those, I don't know whether it's misogynistic, but it is a cultural perspective
Right.
that a woman needs a man to ground her.
Yeah.
And then for the ladies, is that a man needs a woman to make him neat, to make him,
It's so, honestly, it's so true, because
Yeah.
many times you see a guy who's moved from bachelor life to now he's found someone.
Yeah.
There's a way even he's maybe healthier.
Yes, yes.
The dressing might change. He
Yeah.
looks a bit more cleaned up, and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
umepata mtu.
He's eating better.
Yeah.
He's understanding how to keep himself.
Right.
He's also planned.
Uh-huh.
Well planned. He will never arrive at an event, or maybe if he's driving, he'll never be in a car without an extra outfit. Because at some point you begin now to get small pointers here and there from your counterpart.
Yeah,
You know?
true.
But the assumption, the misunderstanding is that because you're single, you need help.
Okay.
That is a wrong
Yeah,
perspective.
because then we are turning the singlehood season
Yeah.
into one that's a problem.
Yes.
When yet it's really just a different transitions
Yeah,
of
it's a
life.
phase of
And
life,
there are people
yes.
who can stay single for life. Does
Yes.
that mean
Yeah.
they are
They are
they're
problematic.
less than
Yeah.
somebody else who now is in a relationship? I don't
Exactly.
think so.
Exactly.
So it's very true. I think the way we perceive singlehood needs to change.
Yeah.
I think even what you said initially. What's the first one that you said? That the first assumption you said was that
that
you have
need to have it figured out.
That you have it figured out. I think
Yes.
that's also a huge one.
Yes.
And now speaking for, I think we ladies do carry that. May sometimes. I may not generalize everybody.
Yes.
But I do notice an expectation that we carry, that I carried too. That you're a man, so.
Yes.
If you're coming, better come correct. In fact, I had a
Exactly.
conversation with a group of ladies last weekend.
Yeah.
You listen to it.
Yeah.
I think it would be nice maybe to bring all of us into one space,
yes,
so that we can just flesh out all these things. Like, where did we have, why do we have,
Such a
this
wrong
expectation,
perception,
And I think even if I was to go to scripture and say, Adam was created first. He was given the purpose. He was initially, God told him, now I've put you in this garden, and then he gave him all these instructions.
Yes.
And then even Eve now was, created out of his rib.
Yeah.
So do you think that that's where, if we were to look at it from a biblical perspective, is it wrong to look at it in that sense that, after all, you were created first, you were given the mandate to, of course, after when Eve also comes, he then blesses them to go forth and, he almost conjoins them with, to go forth into this purpose that he had given Adam.
Yeah.
So do you think that, it's wrong to have that perception?
Okay.
And even in another angle is just, we have that thing for, a man, he should be the priest, prophet, provider, the 5 P's, present,
the
protector.
Yes.
So you need to have, please, figured out these things.
Yeah.
What would you say about those?
It is true that there are gender-specific roles. Of course, as a man, the bigger weight comes on you in terms of being a vision bearer and all that. Yes, Adam was given the instruction. He was given the mandate, so to speak. But even after being given all that, God himself still comes to say, I'll make you a helper. So it is an acknowledgement that a man cannot be self-sufficient. He cannot. Whether the help will come from the Lord directly, or whether the help will come through a partner from the Lord, the reality is that a man is not self-sufficient. So, because of this pressure that we have always placed on men, men have brought through the idea. A while ago before the show, we were talking about oral tradition, stories that are passed down through the line.
Yeah.
So, for the longest time, and also, we came from a generation of parents whose idea of struggle is completely different from ours. For them, there was an abundance of resources. For them, there were options available. But for us, because we come into an era whereby even the world population has increased. Resources seem scarce. Within the context of a country, there are challenges. Opportunities are not as many as they used to be. The windows of opportunities seem to be closing quicker, and there is a sense of segregation whereby the rich keep on getting richer, the poor keep on getting poorer. So all these factors need to be put into consideration when we now look at the man of today. To which world is he being born into? The world of today might not have as many opportunities. The world of today might not have as many graces, so to speak, of. So as you begin to judge the man, do it with that filter in place as well, the filter of the realities. We have men who have not been fathered. We have men who have never known their mothers. So it also speaks into their psyches as well, their self-perception as well. So you're considering that some of these men are coming to you broken, wounded. Some of them were broken, wounded, and it healed. So the scar covered up that wound. So they're presenting to you a figure that is disfigured, so to speak of. So is it true that the man has a responsibility to play that requires him to be the head? Yes, completely. We will not take away the fact that as men we are supposed to be heads. But it is a lie to think that the head does not need support.
True. Yes, the neck.
The neck. So there is that idea as well. So even as women, or our women, as we continue to look at men, looking at us from the point of, I need to have the answers, understand to some point, I also need help. You might be the one who tilts my head in an angle that will allow me to see the picture in a different way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever noticed one of those museum curators or those people who love art.
Yeah.
And maybe through a movie or through a show, they are going to see a painting. And one of the paintings, the murals, in order to understand them, you must tilt yourself to a particular angle, and then it starts to make sense. And you're like, okay, I get what the artists are trying to paint. Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
That your help will make me tilt my head in an angle, and I will say, now my life is starting to make sense. Some of the questions you'll bring into our private time, our we time.
Yeah.
There are men who never consider things like vision and all that stuff. So sometimes when you're sitting with me and you begin to ask me questions like, babe, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years? And I'm like, oh, okay. Honestly, I've not thought about it.
Yeah.
For a while, and I don't have answers. And you're able to say, babe, you may notice you have a thing for communication. Have you thought of something in that line? Or maybe I've noticed you have a thing for music. Have you thought of something in that line?
Right.
And so that chipping into it now begins to bring a shape and a mold into me. And then at some point, I will get to that place whereby I am so confident in it, I'm able to tell you, let's go. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I hear you. I hope the ladies who are here last week will watch this as well.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll have some responses. Leave your responses in the comments if you have if you have any thoughts, please do so.
All right. So let me close my eyes for this one. Let me see. Okay. What has God been teaching you through this season? What has God been teaching me through this season? One, I cannot excuse myself from the responsibilities. There is an aspect of accountability, and that's why I was saying a while ago, while I was looking at the camera, telling the men, at some time we need to own up to our own mistakes.
Yeah.
And we need to own up to the idea that we need help. And we need to own up to the idea that we can't have all the answers. So, for me, I would say God has been teaching me accountability and ownership. Ownership in the sense of I need to own what I'm not, but I also need to embrace what He's making me.
Hey, do you want to say that again?
Yeah.
Please
I need to
repeat.
own what I'm not and embrace what He is making me. Because I think male ego and pride makes us think we've arrived when we haven't. We don't appreciate the process. That's why the rate of statistics have proven that men are more into gambling than women. Because men, we look for easy scores. We want to get there faster because we feel that is what defines a man. A man must achieve.
Yeah.
But in that, we begin to bring contempt to the idea of molding that God is painting for us. That sometime, as Jeremiah would say in verse 18, if I'm not mistaken, concerning the potter's wheel, at some point the clay will be disfigured in the hands of the molder. And he has to remake it and make it anew.
Right.
Sometimes as men, because I'm speaking from a man's perspective, you may have experiences that will disfigure you. They will strip away from you things that you thought were necessary, but God knows they are unnecessary. So you will be disfigured in His hands.
Yeah.
He knows you're still there. And the disfiguring is not happening to represent that he doesn't have you in his hands. It is happening to reveal impurities that must be taken out.
Yeah.
So he will remake you again. He will remold you or begin to give you perspective of yourself you never had. Sometimes we forget that your life is not a rehearsal. It's not that you're living this life so that you can come again and live a better life. It's that as you go through it, you've never lived this life before. So mistakes might be there. They will be there actually.
Yeah.
You will discover things about yourself you never even knew. And sometimes the reality is for you to discover them, you need to be in relationship. And not just the boy-girl relationship, not just the lady and gent relationship, but even relationship with female friends, male friends, that will begin to expose to you aspects of yourself you don't even know have existed before. And as you begin to discover them, it now begins to give you a better understanding of who you are and a better understanding of who you are not. So give yourself over to the idea that God is still at work.
Yeah.
So I would say to me, in this season, that has been one of the beautiful revelations. He is still at work, and I must own the mistakes I have made while still embracing the work he is doing. Yeah.
That is so powerful. I like the, analogy of the story of the potter, that he can sometimes, in the hands of the potter, he sometimes can change its form to remake it again, or even break it to remake it again. And I think as with our walk with Christ, just in general, whether single, whether married, that's what that's his greatest desire, is to do a good work in us and to bring it to completion. And it is painful. It's painful, but then the beauty is that we can trust in the potter, the one who is remaking us. You reminded me of that song that says, "Make me a vessel, make me
an offering,
make me whatever you want me to be."
Exactly.
And many times these days, I really think about the songs we are singing. You know how we sing, "I surrender all," and make me whatever you want me to be. Do I really mean that? Like, we all really need to reflect on whether we mean that, so that even in the single journey, we are even submitting ourselves to him to do actually whatever he wants to do, even through that season. I think I'm not gonna pick another question because I feel like we are on a high note there. What you said is just so powerful. I want you to just speak to the man who is maybe he's been in this season for a while, but maybe the voices of what culture and family and whatever church, the pressures of life are maybe getting to him. Or maybe he's in that space where, he's looking at a past relationship, the things you are just sharing, looking back and thinking, was it me? Am I the problem? Or he's just thinking, why am I still single? Those voices are really getting to him. What's something you would tell, that man? How would you speak into him?
All right. This is what I can honestly say. The questions are not your enemy. They are an invitation for you to look for the answers. But the answer, the source of the answer, that is where you really need to focus on. Many times as men, we look for answers in the wrong things. We might turn to culture. We might turn to celebrities. We might turn to uncles and aunties. We might turn to alcohol, to drugs. We may turn to gaming. We may turn to money. But the reality is this: the best way to fix your brokenness is to go to the one who makes you, the one who made you. God had an understanding, or rather a clear picture of who he was calling you to be. And he is the only one who can recalibrate. When something moves out of its position, the best person who can bring it back is the one who placed it there in the first place. The understanding is that God knew exactly where he was calling you to be, and he knows exactly where he is leading you. Maybe you're struggling with questions concerning purpose, concerning your identity, concerning your life. Why not go back to the source? The one who owns it all. The one who has the answers. And maybe I need to say this as well. Forgive yourself. Sometimes we carry ourselves in the light of, I need to be perfect. I need it to be perfect. We call ourselves disappointments. We listen to the voice of the enemy when he's saying, you messed it up. This is the truth. You need to forgive yourself. Because what God is calling you to be, he is calling you to be his clay. The one that is malleable, the one that he can make. He's not calling you to perfection, he's calling you to obedience. He's not calling you to perfection, he's calling you to surrender. Begin from that place. Surrender to him and then let him do the work. It might not be instant, it might be gradual. But the truth of the matter is this: it might take long because you're just that worth. You're just that precious, that he's so delicately knitting the things. He's taking time because you are too precious to hurry along. Surrender to him. That is what I can say. Forgive yourself and surrender to him. God bless you.
Oh, amazing. Wow. I hope there you have had it. I just want to first say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving us of your time, your story, and just even tackling some of these questions that might help a brother or even a sister who is also in this season and on this journey. So thank you so much. I also want to thank you guys who continue to journey on with us on the Life Season podcast. Remember that this is a space where every season of life finds its own voice. So we want to just tackle such conversations so you on the other side, or someone that you know, may be encouraged, may be inspired to know that they are not alone. All right. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.